What's up, Rubits? Little Big Robot's back in my little robot factory. Today I'm looking at this pair of basically the same toy. If you like small scale, I guess it'd be called a small scale robots like this, and other things like action dolls and toys and fashion dolls and all sorts of stuff, subscribe. Trying to get to 4,000. Let me adjust the mic a little bit here. I need to do this ahead of time, and I forgot to. So this is something they had on sale, I believe, on USA Gundam store. These are not cheap. I want to say they're around $70 for one, which is insane considering the scale, but you wait for them to go on sale, you get them 50-60% off, or $20 $30 off sometimes, $40 off. It just depends. You have to look around the sites a lot for these. I've reviewed this lines of toys before. They're called they're made by, where is the packaging here? Let me grab it real quick, I'll show you. So this the people who make this are called Forging Soul, I believe. Here's the other. I don't know. These are there's like 4 producers here. IFT, Roar Mecha, Toys Comic, blah, blah, blah. But I believe Forging Soul is how they're all listed. And these are just basically a metal build and plastic build mecha series. I've reviewed their other ones, which I'll show in a little bit. This is the BP-48. It's a fantastic line. I think they're really expensive because, and somebody out there can correct me, because they're an original IP. That's expensive to do in China. We can talk about buying Chinese goods again sometime, because it is a concern. You have to be a little bit leery of that, just because of supply chain issues, political issues, all sorts of stuff. But the people of China are hardworking toy makers. So these things are really interesting. They have metal legs, a plastic knee guard here. So this is plastic. This is all metal. So it's a bit sturdier than you would expect. I believe if you wanted to take it apart, I don't know if you can take those pins out or not. And what is that? Does that not look like a little rotational part there as well? But anyway, they have tons and tons of detail on their 1/60th scale. For those who might not know, 1/60th scale is probably one of my favorite scales. Let me just show you the person here. This will give you a good idea. So this is the little pilot. Remember, I always get you some. These are some of the best tweezers that you can get. And to take him out, you can leave him in there, or you can pull apart this little section here, and it has pretty cool little detailed little control. I mean, a little display. These are all paintable, so if you wanted to paint these, you could. You could take this little guy out this way. It's hard to do while I'm looking at the camera. And it's a fantastic little fig. Really, really well detailed for this scale is insane if you look at it. It's really, really detailed. It has quite a bit of posability and options for it. It's really nuts how these little bitty things will be that detailed. I have a ton from other. Here's a miniature Buzz. 160 is one of my favorites. See, he only has literally 4 points of articulation, not even 5. His little arms just go up and down. Then you have, let me pull out, let's see here. Let me get another one. Let me pull out one here. So these are Rihio. Rihio is my other favorite 160 scale line, probably my favorite. And so you can see they provide you with these. Now they have a couple generations of figs as well, but they have these ones with these really, really nice little bits of posability. It's really crazy. So you can see the scale is a bit, they're about the same height, pretty perfectly on. And that is a great scale because you can, I'm thinking of actually starting a tabletop game using 160 scale. You can see the details inside there. These are nice because they're so detailed but also sturdy. Even the plastic bits, that might be metal here. This might be plastic, I can't tell. So all this is metal. It's just really sturdy. There's a lot of great posability. It's not like a crazy amount, but again, I don't really care. I'm not here just for something that can do the splits when you're never going to have it in that position anyway. The hands are great because you can have these individual little fingers here, of course. Let me see if I can do this without breaking it. And then it has that, see that little dot there? Right on the thing there? That fits in that little slot in the hand. So you have that, and then you have a nice little knife. Pull out here. Throw that in there. Close the hand. This is enough that you can just close around it and it's going to hold it. So it reminds me a lot of course, the amp suits from Avatar. The amp suits themselves, of course, remind me of other toys and suit designs. So here is the newest. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Let me see if I can. I can't remember how to do it. Nope, wrong way. Anyway, it's not going to let me go into wide angle just yet. But here's the amp suit, give you an idea. You've seen the amp suit before, I've reviewed it before. And by the way, this is my new desk arrangement. I'm still messing with some stuff. But you can definitely see the arms hanging off more on the top of the, kind of where the ears would be in a way. So it's a really clever little design. The amp suit didn't invent, you know, that sort of thing, but they're definitely popularized that sort of thing. So I got two of them. They're basically the same thing. I think they're just a different color. They even have the same symbols. Tons and tons of detail. So to give you an idea of why these cost as much as they cost, here is, I just reviewed this one. If you haven't already seen it, it's going up on my channel. Another fantastic, similar SA, let's just call them SAS. But I think they're, this is Iron Fist Team, same manufacturer, the Burning Forging Soul. Then I did the fire one, which again you can see so many good details. But if with a nice wash, I'll throw a wash in here. It's going to look amazing, right? Then you have a knockoff one like this. This is a different company. This is a knockoff of a larger toy. So this is just, here's the first SAS one I bought. This one is fantastic. Same company as these. And it just, if these are some metal, it's so solid and so, I just love how it moves and holds. And I'm not a big gun guy again, but I do like kind of reality based toys in a way, like toys that look realistic. I want bots that look like they could be used for something like farm work or in this case police work. I'd rather not have a cop one, but you get what I mean, military. It's got these cool holsters, these really nice posable feet that are really tight. The door opens this way, that, or this way. I think it opens two ways. There's a second, anyway, there's a second method to open this little door, and your little pilot goes in there. I don't think this came with a pilot. I can't remember if it did or not, but this one will actually fold up and stuff and has an additional backpack, has some really cool stuff. So this is another SAS bot, in this case like a military bot, that goes along with that, same scale. And you can see you can swap parts and stuff like that. But to kind of compare it, this, I haven't reviewed this yet, unless you're watching this later. This is a 1/144 scale Gunpla kit, a grunt from the Witch from Mercury. So again, you can see you can really get into some cool stuff. This is, of course, the 1/144 scale toy from the Green Beret. I'm sorry, the Grimoire Red Beret from Build Divers Re-Rise or whatever it was called. One of my this is probably my favorite suit of all. So you can see, look at the difference in the details, just the amount of molding you get. To put into context, these are up to, without any discount or whatever, what, $70, something like that. These are $22, $25. This one was probably $14. So it's all a matter of details. You can see how many more details you get. And also it's metal, it's a toy, it's not really necessarily model kit. You get another one of my favorite grunts. I forget what he's called now. What was this guy called? He's from Re-Rise Israel, a great, fun, generic kit that you can use in a million ways. Super posable, humanoid looking, you know. But you see how their joints wear out over time. These tend to stay longer. They're a toy, so they're going to stay a little sturdier for longer. Then you get this, something like this is really interesting. This is a grunt kind of suit. Let me brush off some of that dust there. It's a grunt suit from Aman. Can never say the anime's name proper. Sorry about that. Name properly. It's basically it's a Bandai property, and it has like some really interesting bots going on. This is like a remote kind of drone type thing, and it's 1/48 scale, I believe. But again, you can see you can really mix some cool stuff here, but you're going to see the detail difference. Look at just the big flat areas compared to, there's details everywhere on the higher quality guys. And then of course in the same, literally the exact same scale. Let's scoot this off here a little bit. Let's keep this guy behind. These two in front because they are the stars of the show. As I was saying, here's Rahio. Rahio is 160 scale, so your guy goes in there. Rahio is probably my favorite line of almost of all, just because it's so. I just love modular toy lines. Then you got the smaller ones. You can get these kits for $15, $20 now. A lot of them are going on sale because Rahio's. I think they've been experimenting with different types of toys now, and they're kind of getting away from these old ones, which is kind of sad because I love this line. Here's the big one from Rahio. Big guy. These are about $40. You can get them. But this is all stuff you can take apart, put back together, mix and match. This is built to specifications. This one's really interesting because I believe, I can't remember how, but the bot comes apart. I think the head pops open. There you go. The head pops open, and this motorcycle version basically pops out, so the pilot is in here, sitting in there. So it's just a really fun, cool line of figures that you can change. These, of course, in order to do anything to them, customize them, whatever, you'd have to pop out those pins, I guess. There's no screws that I can see. The backpack does come off. It's like I said, it's really tight. It's really well built. That's what you're paying for with these guys. So even underneath the backpack, you get a tons. They kind of remind me of Mech Warrior, Mech Commander, or whatchamacallit, Battletech. There's a couple screws there. So it gives you an idea on the thickness of the plastic. It's really well done. Some really nice details. Let me zoom in here a little bit. Boop. It should capture. There we go. So it just needs really a wash more than anything. If you just got a basic wash on that. Is that loose? No, that was not loose. And then you have your pilot. Your pilot does come with it, and you can replace that with other 160 scale. So you can see with all these different scales or whatever. Oops, I keep bumping into the mic. I'm sorry. You still get some really interesting mixing. You could use these all together in an army or a display or something. You can even get your little worker bots here. Rahio's worker bots are fun. This guy actually built with a little thing in there. I just put that together myself. You got just the plain ones, and the guy goes in there. So just a ton. And then you can use, because of this scale, you can use all these little guys. I thought it'd be fun to have a tabletop game using all these little guys as like the Space Marines and everything. I thought that would be really, really interesting. Really cool, though. I'm really loving these guys. Would I pay the full price for them? No, I would not. I just think it's a bit too much. But to ask what you're getting here, you're getting a very posable, super posable, really high quality mecha kit, that can do almost anything you can think it can do. I don't know how long these joints will last. Oh, there is a screw there. So you might be able to take some of it apart to paint, but even just a bit of a wash would be amazing. You have these panel lines here, but those are more what I call armor lines. They're meant to be there. They're parts of the armor. You don't have tons of bend. Does that bend down? It does. So you can even do the reverse leg thing if you wanted to, I guess. It's kind of cool. I prefer it like a quote-unquote normal human, like that, like humanoid leg. Oops, I knocked everybody down. Really, really cool. Not bad. I hope you like it. Check it out. I don't know if I'll be able to link it in the thing. Google did a product linking beta that they're over with now, so I don't know if they're going to put that ability back in or not. But just basically, I bought these on USA Gundam Store. You can just Google Forging Soul. I'll put it in the title. Fantastic. I love these guys. I would not pay as much as they can go for, but on discount, these are definitely worth it. Have a good one, everybody. Talk to you later.